Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans is this book authored by me, and this book is complete with 150 different arguments given by non-vegans repeatedly over centuries, and the answers to each and every one of them is issued in detail. These are not just my opinions. I've also put well-researched facts under each and every argument that's been featured in this book, and all of these arguments are from actual people whom I've met. In answering these arguments, I've used also spiritual guidance because I am a spiritual healer, not just an author of vegan books, but spiritual books. And veganism is a part of my spiritual philosophy of Vika, which means don't harm anyone and do as you will as long as it doesn't harm others. Non-violence. And in India, as I'm Indian, this is called ahimsa, and it's so important to understand where it comes from. Is also a core value in most cultures of society, to be non-violent, to be morally pure, to be kind human beings. And let us see what is the card message of the day. The card message of the day is charity. Now, being charitable, it's supposed to be a very good thing. Now you go out, you see a homeless person, what do? You're charitable towards the person, you're kind, you speak kindly, you give some coins, money, free food. I was a part of a charity and we used to donate free food, and I still do every Christmas donate free vegan food to homeless. I try to house them, I try to help them. Now, when we do the same thing as vegan activists towards animals, try that they are not killed, teach others not to kill, to be kind to animals, to be charitable towards animals, we are also being good to you, your health, both emotional, mental, as well as physical health, because you're also suffering by consuming animal products. You are a frugivore from ape. Your body is suffering with heart diseases, cancers, and various germs. When we try to help you, we try to help the animals as a vegan activist, we are doing charity. This is a charitable activity. I don't have to register it with the government as a charitable corporation because I may not be making any money out of it. Registration is required when you have lots of donations and funds. We have no funding. We're doing this free. I have no funding. I'm doing this free. And this book currently, it's 2023, it's brought to you free only because I am a charitable person who's doing it for the animals and for the planet. Non-veganism is causing planet change. If you're non-vegan, non-veganism is the number one enemy of this earth, of your life, your children's future. All the trees are being destroyed because of it. Water is being polluted because of it. Land is lost because of it. And there's food shortage and world hunger. Those homeless people are homeless because of this, because 80 billion plus land animals are kept in animal farms, and because of that, all the land, approximately 45 to 50% of the entire earth, is covered with animal slaughterhouses and farms. Can you imagine the sheer loss? That homeless person is homeless and poor because of your consumption of animal products. Now, let that sink in. And with that, I come to the argument of the day. Let me see. What is the argument against this wonderful, noble, charitable cause of promoting veganism? I'm taking an argument that I haven't featured before in this series. Remember, the series Shamelessly Arguing with Vegans is free on YouTube. And you can share all of these videos. Anytime anyone issues an argument, you can answer it with the help of this video. Argument 58 today is being answered. This means an argument given by Indians to me repeatedly. We worship cows. We take milk because cow is like a mother to us. So we will never kill her. Therefore, that's it. That's enough. No need to be vegan. We are cow worshippers. We don't kill cows. So, ban beef. But don't tell us not to eat chicken. Don't tell us not to have dairy. Now, this is an argument repeatedly received. I don't know how other vegans who are Indians feel about this, because I am also from India. It's a country which is beautiful in heritage and spiritually. I'm so happy about Indian spiritual mysticism. But let me, as long as I'm proud of being a member of India's past heritage of ahimsa, I would say this is also the rape capital of the world in a way, as stated by media. Marital rape is illegal in India. That means if you're a man, can legally abuse your wife sexually. This is what's happening not only in India but in some other countries too. All of these things are domestic violence and rape. Animal farming is domestic violence and rape. Now I'll explain why. When you farm an animal, you're domesticating the animal. So all the violence you're conducting is domestic abuse. Now, let us understand what are the different types of abuse. Killing is not the only type of abuse. Sexual abuse is also abuse because it's non-consensual. The lady doesn't want to become pregnant and you're making her pregnant. This is the cow. She cannot speak English or Hindi. But remember, or whatever language you're from. But remember, you are forcing her to give birth to child as per your demand for the milk because you want that milk. Because she cannot make milk until she becomes a mom. Similarly, you are calling her a mother. You're imposing yourself on the cow. Now, this is controlling behavior. Has she ever said that she wants to be your mom? Has she ever indicated that she's adopted you as her child? No. You take care of your children. Let her take care of her children. If she is mom, let her choose to be a mom, and then let her look after the child. You have no business making her pregnant. You are not the husband. And remember, this is called animal husbandry. In fact, Indian law is Animal Husbandry Acts. That means you're not treating her like a mom. You're treating her like a wife who's being raped. I am sorry to use such words in this video. I don't care if you think it's not age appropriate or it's not culturally appropriate. I don't care because your behavior is not appropriate. Okay? And you should be sorry for your behavior as well. These hideous and senseless practices called animal farming, milking of cows, touching her private parts and body. How dare you do all that? You are worshipping idols of females and calling it goddess. And look what you do to the females in your country. That's not right. And what do you do to the cows? You call the cow a goddess. You worship cow. You are putting all that tilak and dressing the cow up, and even bulls you're worshipping. And then what do? Do you know that many of the farmers, for the milk that you consume in your butter, in your dairy cheeses and everything, they are abusing not just the cow but her child, at times killing the child, stuffing the body with hay and keeping that next to the mother so that the mother makes more milk. This is not just abuse, it is the hideous type of violence called murder. Also, women have been murdered for dowry. Yes, women have been not just enslaved, prostituted, or abused and made household workers in the name of marriage, but these animals are also abuse victims, slaves. Now, this is a great evil. It's not ahimsa. Just because you're not killing someone doesn't make it ahimsa. There are different types of violence. You're economically abusing the cow too. Yes, economic abuse is also a type of violence. That means if you make me a slave and make me work for free, you are being violent towards me. You're psychologically harming me. It's a psychological form of abuse and violence. Emotional abuse, you're draining me out. And in no way can you justify such things. So download this book free from earthhealingnetwork.com today and please share it and educate